Check one, check.
Check one, check.
And good afternoon, Ringette fans. Welcome to another beautiful day here in Canada, Ontario, bringing you Day 3 action in the Canadian Ringette Championships. Beautiful day here in Canada today. We are at the Bell's Sensplex here. We are having the home team face off. This is the U19 AA Saskatoon Blazers. They're wearing their dark navy jerseys with their pants, and they've got that interesting lightning trim on it with the red and the white. Their opponent today will be the U19 AA Calgary Rogue, coming in as AB2, coming from Calgary. My name is Bill. I've got Brad standing beside me here. He'll be doing some talking as well. Hello, Brad.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to our broadcast.
We are Calgary guys. We are affiliated with the Calgary Rogue here, but we're going to do our best to call a nice, clean game. If you are watching, we appreciate you getting in the chat. Love to say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, and let us know your name. Love to do a shout out and say hello. Both teams coming in here are 3 pools of 6. These 2 teams will finish 5 and 6 in our pool. Calgary's got 2 losses and 2 overtime losses for 2 points. And Saskatoon shocked the world this morning and beat the Team Quebec. Good for them. So Saskatoon coming in with 3 points on 1 win and 3 losses. So both teams will be playing in the consolation round, coming up here starting Thursday, tomorrow. Just having warm-up underway here. I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, the Ringette Canada sponsors, the Government of Canada, Gatorade, Athena Ringette, and Ringuette, and a few of the event sponsors. Sponsoring this wonderful week here in Canada, we've got Ottawa Tourism, the Government of Ontario, RBC Wealth Management, Booster Juice, McNally Gervin LLP, Athena, Gatorade, Serganor, Hertz, Dom Sports, Ringjet, and NAMI. We do appreciate all the sponsors taking care of this wonderful sport here. Takes a lot to put on an event like this here, and the organizers in Ottawa doing a great job here in Canada. Another minute left here in the warm-up. A couple of rules if you're new to Ringette. Lines are very important. We've got 2 blue lines, and in Ringette you need to pass over both blue lines. When you exit the zone and then you enter the offensive zone, you need to pass over the blue line. The red line that touches both circles is called the Ringette line. You're only allowed 3 players below the Ringette line, so 3 defenders and 3 attackers. So you'll see the offense will be 3-on-3 below the Ringette line. Another line that's important is the blue crease line. The only person that can go in the crease is the goaltender. Anyone else goes in there, it's a violation and a change in possession. No such thing as face-offs in Ringette. We do what's called a free pass. When the team is awarded a free pass, they have 5 seconds to pass the ring out of the circle. The only other thing is a 30-second shot clock. You hear us talk quite a bit about resets and shot clocks and how much time left on the shot clock. It's a 30-second shot clock. All right, there's your brief Ringette 101. We're about to bring in this action once again. Welcome to the Bell's Sensplex. We are bringing you action between the home team, U19 AA Saskatoon Blazers, and the U19 AA Calgary Rogue, AB2 out of Alberta.
Wednesday is known as Weepy Wednesday. This is the 3rd day of competition for these athletes, and this is one of the hardest tournaments in the sport to be able to win, if not the hardest. These teams probably have had a bit of that weepiness today with Wednesday, with probably some underperforming teams so far. But one thing about Ringette, you get a chance to go on the ice with your friends. These athletes are all for it, so this should be a good matchup. I think everybody's going to be pumped up for this. Make sure you get involved in our chat. We watch the live stream here while we're broadcasting. We like to interact with our fans here. So VI Susan says go Rogue. Orange 47, 478. What up, team? Go Blazers.
Here we go. Action underway. Calgary right down Main Street off the center ice free pass. Ring down to the side. Here's number 6, Layla Astley. They're going to call a quick crease violation on Calgary. It's going to be a goalie ring. 5 seconds to make a quick little throw out for the goaltender. Number 11's got that. That's Cassidy Pearson. Stolen away by Calgary. Here's J.D. Patel, number 3 white. J.D. with the ring. J.D.'s going to go in behind the net. So you can drop that off to Addison Yosia, number 18. Here's Addie. It's going the other way, coming out on her backhand here. Got 17 Sophie Miller and 11 Avery Klezik. There's 11 with Avery. Avery's going to take that shot, goes wide of the net. Ring on the back of the net. It's a violation. It's going to be a goaltender ring for Saskatoon. In goal, number 1, Ava Mundell. Hello, Ava. Ava's got the ring. Ava's going to flare that out to the sideboards. That'll be stolen there by the defender, Cameron Earl, number 14. She's going to step in, drill that shot. Good blocker save by Ava. Saskatoon in behind the net. They're going to look to break out the ring. That's number 5, Kendall. Kendall Tameling puts it out to the neutral zone, stolen away by Calgary. Addie's going to put that back to Tasha, number 8. Tasha Blackwell's got the ring in the corner. Under pressure here. Tasha's going to come out the other side. She's got a good head of steam. She's going to feed that over to Cameron, number 14, picks it up inside the blue line, so she'll cycle back, go back in behind the net. Calgary down to 10 on the shot clock, haven't got over their blue line yet. There's a long pass to the neutral zone, picked up by Sophie Miller. She blows a tire, stands back up. Shot clock's going to wind down. There's a buzzer. It's going to be a shot clock violation on Calgary. Referees will take that ring back out to center ice. That's where the ring was before the shot clock went off. So Saskatoon will have a center ice free pass here.
Ringette does have a 30-second shot clock for those that are tuning in for the first time. Once you gain possession, you have 30 seconds to be able to get a shot on the goaltender, on net, or into the opposing team, onto the opposing team stick.
Number 4 at the ring, Scotia Waters. Scotia's going to walk the blue line here. Feeds it in nicely, picked up there by her teammate in the offensive zone. Saskatoon on the attack. Good stick check there by Calgary. Now Lindsay Byers has the ring. Here's Captain Linney. Linney's going to feed it out to Haley Kane. Lots of noise in this rink. It is noisy in here. Calgary fans battling the Saskatoon fans. Here's number 6 for Saskatoon, Maya. Maya's going to slide it across, picked up by Captain Lindsay. And Lindsay's going to bring that ring out. Here comes Linny B, puts it out to Jocelyn. Jocelyn right back to Lindsay. Lindsay feeds it down to Tegan. 2-on-1 here for Calgary. Tegan's going to walk and rips it just wide. And Haley's going to get that rebound. Number 7, Haley Kane in the quiet ice. Feeds it down to 10, Tegan Dick. Tegan under pressure here. She's going to one-hand pass that back to Alyssa. Alyssa cutting across, slides it down to JD Patel. JD's got the ring. Cutting across the top, shooting lane, shoots it. Ava makes a save. Ava's got the ring quickly, flares it out. Saskatoon with a quick attack here. Number 6, Maya Kruger puts it out to the neutral zone. Loose ring out there, swallowed up by Calgary. Quick pass in. Here comes Layla. Couldn't find the handle on the ring, so she's going to go into the corner, settle it down. Being watched by number 19, that's Avery Pearson. Layla puts it down to JD. And there's going to be a crease violation on Calgary. Goalie ring. It's going to be their goalie. Ava picks up the ring quickly, flares it out. Saskatoon with a real quick goalie ring. Like to move that ring north. Ring goes out to the neutral zone off a skate, up to the sideboards. We're going to have a penalty call here. It's going to be a delayed call on Calgary. Saskatoon into the zone. Goaltender streaks to the bench. Saskatoon can put a 4th player in the zone. They're going to go 4 in the zone. They got a 4-on-3 on the delayed penalty call. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Saskatoon's passing around. That's number 15, Gracie. Gracie puts it up high to 11. Cassidy. Cassidy goes across to the top. And that's stolen away by Calgary. Well, that's going to be the first penalty of the game. It's going to be a body contact penalty on Calgary. Looks
just
like
a bit of an unfortunate play there. Hallie was watching her check, and that ring came off the back of her skate, and she turned and pivoted and made contact, and penalties called. So
number 24 starts with the ring. Bryn Campagna. Bryn, number 24, feeds it over to her teammate, number 10, Avery. Avery's got the ring, starting the attack, steps up front, wheels and shoots. Good save there. Starting goaltender for Calgary, number 31, Sadie Blenkhorn. There's a backhand spinning shot by Saskatoon, and the rebound cleaned up by Calgary. Comes Addison. Addison puts it out to Avery. Addie's got a head of steam, but Avery got checked there by number 8. Smart check there by Ruby Weslowski. Ruby's going to feed that all the way over to her teammate, number 28, Ava Correa. Ava feeds it into 24. Bryn gets checked to the ice. And number 28 is going to step in, Ava. Number 17 is going to walk in, tries to get that shot away. 17 is Carly Epp. Calgary picks up the rebound. Here comes Addison. Addison puts it all the way out to Jocelyn. It's over both lines. Jocelyn cannot touch that. Still a loose ring there for Saskatoon. Jocelyn does touch it. That's a 2-line pass. So that ring went over both blue lines. Jocelyn was protecting the ring. And then there was a battle there. Nobody touched it. And then Jocelyn batted with her stick. So the referee calls a 2-line violation. Goes all the way back down.
As many would know, in the sport of Ringette, you do have to pass across each blue line. It has to be one single pass across each blue line in order to be able to gain possession of either zone.
Number 7, Amy Olsen with the ring. Offensive zone free pass, slides it over to Gracie, number 15. Here's Gracie Bubnik. Gracie coming out, wheeling around on her forehand, gets pushed out top, looking to drive in. There's a shooting lane, rips it up high over the net. Picked up by number 6, Maya Kruger. Here's Maya with the ring. Quiet ice, looping around, drops it off to her teammate there. Number 15, Gracie. Here's a shot back up over the net again. And Alyssa's going to pick it up for Calgary. Number 2, Alyssa Walter. Alyssa's going to feed it up the sideboard to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's going to rip that in. Slides all the way down in the crease. Ava picks it up. Ava quickly flares that out. Saskatoon on that quick attack. Here's number 9 with the ring. That's Ainsley. Ainsley puts her down, gets a return pass. Ainsley driving in, 1 against 2. Behind the back pass, not handled cleanly by number 15, Gracie. Now Gracie's got it on the sideboards. She's looking to drive in, feeds it back to number 11, Cassidy. Cassidy walks in, top of the crease, gets that shot on net. They're going to call a crease violation on Cassidy. That'll be goalie ring for Sadie Blankhorn. There's Sadie with the ring, quickly drops it side of the net. Here comes Jordan Arrow, number 4. Jordan walks the blue line, kicks it back to Alyssa. Alyssa feeds it out to Haley Kane. Stolen away by number 4. Good pick by Scotia Waters. We got a quick break for number 19. She walks in and shoots just over the net. That was Avery Pearson. Avery had a bit of a break there for Saskatoon, number 19. Shot it up over the net. It's going to be a violation on Calgary, so Saskatoon will maintain control. 4:40 left in the first quarter, bringing you 4 quarters of 10 minutes of action. No score on the board yet. If you're just tuning in, U19 AA Saskatoon Blazers against the U19 AA Calgary Rogue. Here's Saskatoon with the offensive free pass coming out from behind the net. Going to drop it off to number 11. That's Cassidy Pearson. Here's Cassidy with the ring. Looping around out in the quiet ice, flips her hips, goes down low at the pass. Gets a return pass. Here's Cassidy looking to shoot. Good shot block by number 8, Tasha Blackwell. Cassidy gets the rebound. They're down to 8 on the shot clock. Pass across. Looking for number 16, Maya Bulmer. Maya's going to take that, rolls it all the way past, and it's going to be a 30-second shot clock violation. The buzzer went. That'll ring go back to the goaltender, and Sadie's just going to sweep it to Tasha, and Tasha takes round 2 here. Here comes Tasha Blackwell. Jumps middle, walks the blue. Slides it out to Haley Kane. Loose ring there, goes over both blue lines. Yeah, bodies all over the ice, and Saskatoon picks it up. I think they're going to call Saskatoon on a penalty here, Brad.
Yeah, body contact again, number 7, Haley Kane. She was coming up with that, coming up to get that ring, and body was contacted first. Thus penalty. Calgary goes on the power play.
Looks like number 3, Anna Czech, is going to take 2 for hooking here. Penalties don't mean that much of a difference because you still only are allowed 3-on-3 below the ringette line. Calgary will have a 5-on-4 skater advantage here. 3:57 left in the first quarter, and here's Layla Astley, number 6. Layla takes a long look at the net. Didn't like the shot, feeds it over to Addie. Here's Addie. He's going to start the attack with speed coming out from behind the net on her backhand here. She's got JD in the trail position. Addie looks to rip it right off the post. Drilled it off the post. Number 28 is going to go get it, Ava Correa. Checked hard there, picked up by number 10 for Saskatoon, Avery. Avery feeds it over to number 8, Ruby. And Ruby's going to look to break it out of the zone. She's behind the net. Ruby's going to walk the blue line. Didn't like the pass, going to settle it down. Now she's going to bounce it out. It's going to go over both blue lines, and Calgary picked it up. Jordan quickly over to Lindsay. Lindsay quickly out to Addie. Addie's going to feed Jordan, breaking in from the D spot. Here comes Jordan looking to drive in. He's going to control the ring in behind the net. She's going to cut around the top. Feeds it back to Sophie Miller. Here's Sophie Miller. Good shot. Shoots it. Ava makes a good pad save. Sophie picks up her own rebound. Fights through the check. Now Sophie Miller's going to loop in the quiet ice here. Here's Soph. Cutting across the top. Picks it up by Jocelyn Galbraith. Dangles in. Shoots. Good save, Ava. Calgary's in the crease. That's a goaltender ring. That'll be goalie ring for Ava. Ava Mundell, number 1 here. Ava's going to fling that out to the CIBC sign on the sideboards there. Number 8, Ruby Waslowski, is going to walk the blue line. Good stick check by Avery. Saskatoon comes up with a neutral zone. Here's number 17, Carly Up. Carly feeds her down deep to number 6, Maya Kruger. Calgary picks up the loose ring. Here's Captain Jocelyn, feed it out to the sideboards there. Picked up by Sophie Miller. Soph's got it, slides it into Jocelyn, but she's going for a change. Turns around, says, okay, I'll help out. Now she's going to feed it back to Hallie Rushfeld. Here's Hallie with speed. Brad, Calgary playing with speed in this game.
Yeah, they really are. I would say the advantage goes to Saskatoon thus far in terms of their ring possession and passing. But Calgary, when they've been in the zone, they've been dangerous.
Quick little backhand shot goes off the side of the net, no reset. They're going to say that JD got the reset from behind the net. She put the ring into the crease, hit the goaltender, considered a reset shot just before the buzzer went. So at 29.5 seconds of the shot clock, JD gets a reset, Calgary ring on the ozone free pass. 4 seconds left in the Saskatoon penalty. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 0-0 here action. JD Patel through the leg pass to Hallie Rushwell. Hallie back to JD. JD dangles backhand shot up over the net. Ring goes into the corner. Saskatoon pushes hard on Hallie there. Hallie comes up with the ring.
Good battle by Hallie there to be able to come away with that ring.
Here's Hallie cutting around the quiet ice. Fakes the drop. Steps out over the ring line. Gets checked. The ring's going to go all the way out. Tasha Black will pick it up. Gets smushed on the sideboards. That's an official Ringette term, a smush. The referee's going to call 2 for smushing here. Or interference, as they officially say.
Well, I think we should call it smushing.
We're making up words as we go here. I didn't see the number of the player. So the Saskatoon player is going to go 2 for interference smushing. Oh, they had the wrong player at first. So number 7 is going to step in, Amy Olsen. Amy takes 2 for interference. 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Amy will go cooler jets for a second here. Calgary starts with an ozone free pass on the attack. There's a whistle. Avery takes a look. She's going to rip it right out the crossbar. Oh, and they're going to say that it's a goalie ring. We must have had a Calgary violation. Avery hits the post right up the free pass, but it's a violation. Calgary. Saskatoon controls the ring. Turnover in the neutral zone. Jordan rips it over to Layla. Layla tries to feed it through. Ended up getting stick checked there by Saskatoon, and Addie's got the ring.
Yeah, Jordan this weekend has been very, very good with her defensive presses and been able to turn over a lot of rings.
Addie drops it off, stolen away by Saskatoon. Good steal there. That's number 6, Maya Kruger with the steal. She's walking the blue line looking for a friend, just drills it out to the neutral zone. And there's Avery Kolesnik there. Avery feeds it into Layla. She couldn't pick it up. That'll be cleaned up by number 9, Ainsley Hill. Ainsley puts it out to the neutral zone. Quick pickup by Gracie. Gracie Bubnik here. Feeds it in to number 6. There's Maya Kruger on the attack. Maya slams on the brakes to avoid the check. Puts it all the way over to the far boards. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Number 15, Gracie with the ring. Gracie Bubnik drops it off to Avery. Avery Zakreski's got the ring. 8 seconds on the shot clock. She goes down low. Tried to get a reset shot. Didn't work out. Jordan picks it up, and here comes Jordan Nero for Calgary. Jordan puts it out to Sophie Miller. Sophie feeds it back to Jocelyn. Jocelyn looking on her break. Backhand, slides it over, shoots and scores. Jocelyn Galbraith with the nice feed over to JD Patel. JD stabs that, puts it in the net to make it 1-0 Calgary. That goal will go down as a Sophie Miller to Jocelyn Galbraith to JD Patel for the score. Calgary draws first blood with 17.2 seconds left in the first quarter.
Just an example of some really good ring movement, be able to spread that ice out, bring that down there in just a few seconds, get a clear shot at the net and bury it.
Saskatoon will get a centerized free pass here. There's a whistle. Number 8, Ruby Wazlewski's got the ring. Ruby feeds it over to number 28, Ava. Ava dumps it down deep. Saskatoon on the attacker real quick. Ring bouncing around, gets picked up by Cameron, and Calgary stepped on the ring, which is a violation. So that's a stepped on ring. That'll be Saskatoon ring. 6.7 seconds left in the quarter. Saskatoon player setting up shop here. Going to take a look. Just going to rip that. Blocked by the defender. Ring bounces out to the Ringette line. And there's the buzzer. That's quarter 1 in the books. How are we doing on the chat, young Brad?
Well, we got lots of activity in the chat. We're 117 strong watching. Got comments coming in from Golden Gale fan. She's back with us. And an afternoon virtual beers to Bill and Brad from the Leal family in Calgary. We do prefer the real thing, but we do appreciate the thought.
Michael Leal had a maple flavored beer for lunch. It's delicious, baby.
BD McCount, you're welcome for the rule explanations. We're happy to do it and glad it's helpful.
Who said that?
That is BD McCount.
Oh, I love it. BDM account. Love it. Thank you.
Gene Martian, Tampa Bay. Go Rogue. Thanks, Bill, for your excellent sportscasting. And I guess I'm nobody.
Gina Martian, Thunder Bay, long-time listeners for the Calgary Rogue. We appreciate you a lot.
Looks like we got some V1 Susan, AB2, Calgary Road, number 15, Rushfeld. Oh, looks like we're getting full play-by-play from V1. Is that Producer Susan?
Producer Susan, yes, indeed, giving us the penalties.
Impressive.
Thank you, Producer Susan. Golden Gal fan, a.k.a. Smushing. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm inventing words as I go.
Coach Aaliyah still isn't here, but she says she's here.
I think she let her dog out again to go to the bathroom. Dog had to go, had a lot built up. All right, here. Fresh 10 on the boards. Going to start your second quarter. Once again, thank you for watching here. Having a little bit of fun here at CRC's week.
Okay.
Day 3, Weepy Wednesday, baby. And Saskatoon starts with the Ring as the home team. Saskatoon's going to feed her down. Number 11, Cassidy Pearson's got the Ring. She's going to step in from behind the net, coming out, crossing over in the quiet ice. Walks right down the middle, takes a shot, blocked there by Jordan Arrow. Ring ends up in the crease. Referee's going to say Saskatoon's in the crease. It's going to be a goalie ring. Cassidy, very nice of her to hand it to Sadie Blancourt, and now Sadie's got the ring. Saskatoon backing up into a trap here. See if Calgary can break through the trap. Here comes Alyssa slowly looking for a lane. Feeds it out quickly to Layla. Layla survives the check. She's going to go weak side all the way over to Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie Rushfeld goes down, not picked up cleanly by JD, and number 8's got it there for Saskatoon. Ruby. Here comes Ruby, puts it all the way out to the neutral zone. It's going to go past everybody. Cameron's going to pick up that loose ring. She gets knocked into the boards. And they're going to call a move it or lose it violation on Cameron. So the referees will deem that if a player is freezing the ring and can't move, that'll be, I call it a move it or lose it violation. And that's going to be a Saskatoon Blazer ring. You can see here number 10, Avery, is setting up a play with her teammate. Number 17 steps in. There's Carly Epp. Carly says, who, me? That's right, Carly, talking about you. Saskatoon on the attack here. Here's number 10, Avery. Avery looking to break through the wall. Calgary's got a pretty good defensive wall set up here. Ring goes through the middle. Tasha with a careful eye on Bryn Campagna there. Bryn's got the ring in the quiet ice. Loops around. Bryn cuts across the top. There's a pass. Goes outside the Ringette line. Now it's all hell's bells in between the Ringette line and the blue line. Avery giving chase there. Number 10's going to rip it in. Good shot. Avery with a good shot. Good save. And Cameron's got the ring. Cameron 2-foot passes it over to Avery. The Calgary Avery battling hard for the ring. They're going to call a move it or lose it violation on Saskatoon. That'll be Calgary ring.
A little scrambly start to the second quarter so far. We'll see if the teams can kind of settle in for the next half of it.
Referee's talking at center ice, asking if they want to go for a maple beer afterwards. Oh, Michael Liao, maple beer. Here's Captain Lindy B with the ring. Feeds it over to Jordan Nero. Here comes Jordan. He's going to go right down Main Street. Turns it right over to Saskatoon. Number 6 there. Bats it to the sideboard. That's Maya Kruger. Saskatoon on the quick breakout. Comes Saskatoon on the quick attack. They're into the zone. There's number 7, Amy Olsen. Feeds it all the way over to the other side. Back to number 6, Maya. Maya drops it off to her teammate there. Number 15 takes a shot. That's Gracie Bubnik. Ring comes out past the Ringette line, and now JD's got it. JD puts it out to Teagan. Slides all the way to the Saskatoon defender. Saskatoon's going to go a D-to-D support pass. Then they're going to rip it down into the corner. Captain Lindsay's going to pick up that errant pass. And then Lindsay, strong like bull. She's going to scamper in behind the net, jump middle, and head out for a breakout. Lindsay puts it right up Main Street there. Deflects off a Saskatoon player, and Teagan scampers over to pick it up. Teagan with good wheels to pick it up. Stands up, still has the ring. Good control by Teagan. Teagan's in behind the net, down to 12 on the shot clock here. 1-0 Calgary here, second quarter. 7.5 minutes left in the quarter. The ring slides through the crease. Jocelyn battling hard to go. No, pardon me, Hallie Rushfeld with the ring. Saskatoon content to put it out to the neutral zone. Cameron's going to give chase over there. Intercepts a pass. Layla's going to feed her down. There's Sophie Miller. Backhand shoots. No goal. Sophie Miller all by herself, but she was in the crease when she scored, so that's no goal. Saskatoon flares it out past the Ringette line. The referee's going to blow a whistle. They're going to call a They're going to give a defensive ring. I didn't see the violation, Brad.
I didn't either. I'm not sure exactly what that call is.
Okay, well, the referee saw something she didn't like. The referees are going to talk about it. She's going to say, hey, Bill and Brad didn't see it. What are you calling? So this is the rare defensive zone free pass. Saskatoon looking to get out of the zone here. There's the whistle and the defensive free pass. Nice, easy pass to the corner. And Saskatoon's out of the zone, into the neutral zone here. Number 11, Cassidy Pearson, battling hard, gets knocked down. It's going to be a penalty. Body penalty on Sophie Miller. Cassidy Pearson gets up and says, what, I owe you money or something, Soph? What's going on? All right.
Debt is paid.
All right, number 17, Sophie Miller goes 2 for body contact. So Saskatoon gets a 5-on-4 skater advantage. They'll have the free pass in the offensive zone. 7:04 left in the second quarter and the half. It's 1-0 Calgary currently. There's the whistle. Saskatoon feeds it over. There's number 10, that's Avery, feeds it back to number 17, Carly. That's Carly with the ring, back to Avery. Avery carrying the ring here. Avery goes the other way, comes out the other side. Avery's going to be checked outside, turns it over to Tasha Blackwell. And the ring gets pushed back into the Calgary zone, and Lindsay cleans it up. Here's Lindsay breaking it out. Calgary down a player. It's a little bit tougher. The pass goes all the way back to the goaltender. Sadie's going to pick it up. She's going to give it right back to Lindsay. Lindsay under pressure here. It's almost like Lindsay wanted to take a shot. That's a turnover to Avery. Avery feeds it over to number 17. She's going to go down low and slides it just through the crease. But Saskatoon's in the crease. That's a goalie ring. Bit of a tough breakout, Bradley.
Yeah, tough defensive set for Calgary. Just not quite clicking on that defensive breakout. We've got to make sure we get that out.
Sadie drops it in beside the net. Here comes Jocelyn. Jocelyn said, I've seen enough of this zone. Let's play in the other zone. Puts it out to the neutral zone. There's JD. JD's got the game's only goal. Backhands it over to Jocelyn. Goes off her ankles right over to the blue line. Saskatoon in the middle of the ice here. Feed her down deep. Jordan with a great steal. Jordan picks it up. Jordan's going to cycle back.
Another great aggressive play from Jordan. Come up and be able to stab that ring.
Lindsay puts it to the neutral zone. And now Jocelyn's got it. 40 seconds left in the penalty. 5:40 left in the second quarter and the half. Jocelyn just rips it inside the blue line. There's Jordan with a good pickup. She got stick checked. That's a turnover to number 28, Ava. Saskatoon on the quick attack here. Here's number 15, Gracie. Gracie Bubnik driving hard, gets tied up. Backhand passes that to her teammate, number 7. That's Amy. Amy coming in behind the net here. Amy Olsen looping around in the quiet ice here, setting up the attack. Backhands it all the way over to the other side. Steps in, shoots. Good glove save by Sadie. Amy picks up the rebound here. Amy's going for round 2 here. Tries to, and then she drops it off to Gracie Bubnik. Here's Gracie, number 15, takes a shot. Good pad save. Rebound in the crease there. They're going to call Calgary on a crease violation. That'll be Saskatoon ring. 5:01 left in the second quarter. Still 1-0 Calgary here. Calgary penalties over. Back to 5-on-5 skater advantage. Or no advantage, pardon me. 5-on-5 action. Here's number 16. Maya Bloomer is going to take the ring. Maya takes a look, feeds it over to teammate number 19, Avery. Avery Pearson coming out from behind the net on her forehand here. She goes down low, quick little backhand shot, misses the net. Tasha's going to pick it up. Tasha's going to outlet that to Cameron. Gets stolen away. Saskatoon with a good steal. Here's number 11, Cassidy. Cassidy setting up the attack here. Loops around in the quiet ice, goes up high. Gets checked by Addison. She goes way up high. Goes outside the ringette line. There's going to be another penalty here. Saskatoon's going to take a penalty for body contact. So the ring slid out over the ringette line. That's going to be number 9, Ainsley Hill. Bodied her player to the ice. No can do, says the referee, and Ainsley's going to go sit for 2 for a body contact. Oh, they ended up changing it to cross-checking. All right. I'm not arguing with the referees because they always win, brother. So Ainsley's going to go 2 for the cross-check. Captain Tash is over talking to the referee, trying to figure out something. So number 9, Ainsley Hill, is going to go to the penalty box. Fun fact about Ainsley Hill, I work at a gym and she trains young athletes. Good for you, Ainsley. We got some fun facts here that I'm going to try to get to in the halftime break. There's a whistle. Layla Astley's got the ring. Feeds it over to Addison. Here's Addie looking to set up the attack. Loops around in the quiet ice. Addie cuts across the top, being checked heavily. No shooting lane, so she's going to be pushed in behind the net here. Addie's coming out again. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Dangles past the center. There's a shooting lane. Shoots it just off the post. Got a reset on that. Tegan will pick up the ring. Here's Tegan. Their white gloves there. Flash along. Takes a shot. Good blocker saved by the goaltender. Ava makes it save there. And now this will be a penalty to Tegan. Or no, Addie's going to go?
No, I think it's going to be Tegan. That's going to be a cross-checking call on that one.
All right, so Tegan says, Ainsley, you're taking a cross-checking penalty. I can do just the same. So Tegan on the aggressive check in behind the net. Ring will come 200 feet down the other way. Tegan goes to sit 2 for cross-checking to ponder her sins. And number 17, Carly Epp, is going to take a O-zone free pass here for Saskatoon. Free pass over to the quiet ice here. Here's number 6. Maya's going to start the attack. Maya's got Carly in the trail position. Maya cutting across the top. There's a lock and load. Shoots a good shot block by Lindsay. And then the ring cleaned up by Jocelyn Galbraith. Here's Jocelyn. Backhands that out to the zone. Nice pickoff there by Maya. Maya steals the ring for Saskatoon. Quickly feeds it into Ava. Here's Ava looking to drive. Ava's in behind the net, coming out the other side. Saskatoon only going 2 in the zone. It's 4-on-4 action here. We both have cross-checking penalties. Little drop pass there. Now the ring's going to slide over to number 28, Ava. Ava puts a shot on net. Sadie with the easy save and drops the ring for Lindsay Byers. Here's Captain Lindy B. Captain Lindsay goes right up the gut to Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie is going to loop around, heading north here. Backhands it over to Lindsay. Lindsay into her feet. She's just going to backhand that, and Saskatoon's going to pick that ring off. It's batted out to the neutral zone. Lindsay picks it up again. Lots of ice out there, 4-on-4, Brad.
Yeah, it really is lots of room for the girls to skate around, so they're just, those passes just aren't clicking kind of on both sides right now.
Battle behind the net. The ring squirts out to number 8, Ruby. Ruby's got the ring, slams on the brakes, goes far side to her player right off the bench. That's Maya. Maya Kruger is going to rip that down off the sideboards. Her player zigged when she should have zagged, and Calgary turns over the ring. Here's Hallie at center ice. Hallie 2-foot passes it over to Addie. Addie got stick check, knocked down. Saskatoon's going to break that out to the neutral zone. Pass all the way to the far blue line. Good play by Cassidy there to knock it down. And Saskatoon's in the neutral zone. They're going to feed it in. Saskatoon's coming in 2-on-1. A quick shot, shoot and score. Number 15, Gracie Bubnik, picks up the loose ring, drives 1 against 1, pushes the defender back and rips it up high over the shoulder. Saskatoon ties the game 1-1. 2:11 left in the second quarter and the half.
That play there is just it's an errant ring in the neutral zone. Cough that ring up in between those 2 blue lines, and then have a good offensive set come in. Real nice hip shot. Just beat Sadie high on that blocker side. Pretty good rip. 1-1.
So there's still 1 penalty on the board. Although they've got 5-on-5 on the ice, they're going to work to clear that penalty off. Now, the goal in the books is a power play goal against Calgary. And Tegan comes out of the box. There's the whistle. Center ice free pass. Lindsay bumps it over to Tasha. Here's Tasha. Tasha's going to go to Jocelyn right up Main Street. Jocelyn on the attack there. Lane closed up on her. Slides it into the crease, and Ava picks it up. Quick little attack there by Ava. Number 16 has the ring. Maya Boomer puts it out to the blue line. Layla picks it up. Tries to support it over. Bounces off a stick. Jocelyn dangles between 2 players, and now JoJo's into the zone. Quick return pass to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's going to walk in. Backhand slides it over. And that's Layla Astley, number 6, with the ring now. Minute and a half left in the second quarter and the half. Layla looking to drive. Puts her shoulder down, goes to the top of the crease, knocks her player down, no shot. Here comes Hallie with the ring. Only 2 on the shot clock. Hallie takes a shot. Ring goes up in behind the net. Hallie got the shot with about a second left on the shot clock, so the referee's going to give the ring back to Calgary. That'll be an O-zone free pass for Calgary.
Yeah, interesting second quarter. I'm curious what the coaches are going to have to say over the halftime here about ways to just get a little tighter with the ring.
Sophie Miller's going to rip that shot, shoots and scores right off the free pass.
Well, that is one way to do it. 5-hole right off the offensive free ring. Sophie Miller with another goal. It's a couple for her today.
So number 17, Sophie Miller on the offensive zone free pass. Sees an opening on the goaltender and says, hey, I can do this all day, Captain America. Sorry, Brett. Sophie Miller scores to make it 2-1 Calgary. Center ice free pass for Saskatoon. Ring bounces into the Calgary zone here. Here comes number 10 with the ring. That's Avery. Avery feeds it across the top. Number 24, that's Bryn. Bryn's going to settle it down here. Got 1 minute left in the quarter here. Saskatoon looking to drive here is number 17. That's Carly. Ring gets checked all the way out to the blue line. Saskatoon's going to look to pump it back in. They're down to 3 on the shot clock. And there goes the buzzer. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Ring goes back down to Sadie Blankhorn. Sadie picks it up, drops it off to Jordan. Jordan's going to dangle her forechecker. She's going to slide it all the way out to Sophie Miller. Just scored to give Calgary the lead. Sophie Miller walking the blue line, feeds it over to Alyssa. Alyssa goes right down the middle to Avery. Here's Avery Kay. Gets spun around, loses the ring. Picked off there by number 8, Ruby. Here comes Ruby for Team Saskatoon. Saskatoon Blazers, Ruby. Puts it out to the blue line, bounces it right to the far blue line. Good draw weight. Number 24, Bryn's got the ring. She got checked there. Got a loose ring there, picked up by Addie. Addie's going to feed into Tegan. Tegan walking down a breakaway. Dango shoots. Good save by the goaltender. Ava makes a good save on the breakaway there. Tegan, number 10, had a breakaway with 10 seconds left. We're down to 6 on the clock. Addie looking to see if she can get a shot away. 3, 2, 1. And there's the buzzer. No shot. Addie flips her hand up and says, bro, I didn't know the time was winding down. Come on now. We'll get through round 2 of the event sponsors here. So we've got Annabelle, ISI Live, Augur Hollingsworth Personal Injury Lawyers, David Hollingsworth Professional Corp, and Malika Consulting. Once again, we thank all the event sponsors and the Ringette Canada sponsors. Brad, how's the chat, buddy?
Well, producer Susan is doing some hard work in the fan stands right here.
She always works hard, that producer Susan. It's amazing.
It's incredible. Should you call producer Susan or the eye in the sky?
Producer Susan.
Okay.
Yeah, she produces me. All right, let's see. What do we got for fun facts here? This is interesting. Number 8 for Saskatoon, Ruby Weslowski. Her fun fact is, my real name isn't Ruby.
I'm confused.
She's mysterious, this Ruby. What could her, maybe it's Estelle and she doesn't like Estelle.
It could be, yes. I think we should probably mention, just speaking of names, that number 3, Anna Czech, when she was 4, her nickname was the Incredible Sulk.
Oh man, next time she touches the ring, I'm going to call her the Incredible Sulk.
Just about every person at 4 years old was the Incredible Sulk.
Here comes the Incredible Sulk with the ring. I gotta remember that for number 3. Anna, you're no longer Anna, you're now the Incredible Sulk. And Ruby, what's your real name, Ruby? She's a woman of international mystery, this Ruby.
There's also a pretty interesting one here where Amy Olsen, number 7, was hit in the back with a home run ball at Blue Jays game. I hope Amy got to keep that ball.
Holy, Amy, you got drilled in the back with a home run ball at a Jays game? That wasn't very nice of the Blue Jays to hit you with a home run ball. Jeez. Hopefully they didn't spill your beer, Amy.
Speaking of.
Yeah. Liao, where's our beer? All right, here. 10 on the clock. Third quarter underway. Calgary up 2-1. Second half underway. This quick pass here. Jocelyn walking down Main Street. Dangles, walks in, shoots, and scores, but no goal. Jocelyn's in the crease. That's no goal, so Ava picks up the ring. Goalie ring. Ava's going to drop it in behind the net to number 5, Kendall. Kendall's got the ring. Puts it out to the neutral zone there. Picked off there by Tasha Blackwell, number 8. Tasha's going to backhand that into Layla. Here's Layla with the ring. Layla in behind the net, coming out with speed. Loops around. Jocelyn's got the pick set up. Layla goes down low to JD. JD's going to backhand that right off the side of the net. No reset. Jocelyn's got the ring here. 12 on the shot clock. JoJo driving across the top. Dangles down to Hallie. And that's stolen away by number 5. That's Kendall Tamerling. Calgary steals it back. Avery with a quick shot. Ava makes a save. Ava's going to fling that out. That's number 5 there. Kendall Tamerling puts it out to the neutral zone. Number 6 has the ring for Saskatoon. She's looking to drive, gets tied up. She's going to draw a penalty here. That's Maya Kruger. Maya's going to draw a penalty on Calgary here. Ring bouncing around in the corner. Lindsay's going to steal that ring away, and Calgary's going to take a penalty here. Going to go 2 for body. Boy, I'm watching for the Incredible Sulk. Anna, where are you, buddy? All right, so Saskatoon is going to maintain possession here. Hallie Rushville goes 2 for body contact. 5-on-4 skater advantage for Saskatoon Blazers. Here's number 11, Cassidy Pearson's going to start with the ozone free pass. Standing right about where Sophie scored at the end of the second quarter. Cassidy's going to fling it over to the quiet ice. That pass was not out of the circle. That's a violation on Saskatoon. Calgary Ring. Goalie ring out for Sadie. Sadie drops it beside the net to Jordan Nero. Jordan flips her hips, goes over to Lindsay on the opposite side. Lindsay tries to rip it, deflects off the Saskatoon player, and Saskatoon steals it. Here comes number 3, the incredible Sulk. Walking down, drops it off to number 16. They're going to call a 4-in violation on Saskatoon. The incredible Sulk stepped in to drive the play, but so did the rest of her teammates, and they had 4 in the zone. That's a 4-in violation. Rink comes out to center ice.
Might be one of my favorite nicknames.
Look, I can see Incredible Sulk's laughing down here in front of me here. If only she knew I was calling her the Incredible Sulk. I love it. All right, Calgary at the center ice free pass here. Man on pressure by Saskatoon. Calgary's just going to pass it in. It's turned right over. Saskatoon on the quick attack. Going to have a breakaway here. Saskatoon's going to walk in. Couldn't handle the pass. That was number 17, Carly Epp. Carly looked to have a breakaway, but she got checked away. Going to have another penalty call here. Penalty's going against Saskatoon. Rink comes out to the neutral zone there. Cameron's going to feed it in. Layla's got a breakaway. Layla's going to walk in, shoots it into the crease. It's going to be a violation on Calgary, but it's going to be a Saskatoon penalty.
I think with the crease violations the last couple of possessions, the objects may be closer than they appear.
Yeah, we've been in the crease a lot here. So we got a boarding call at number 24, Bryn Campagna. Bryn goes 2 for boarding. So now we're back to 4-on-4 action again. Yeah, we've scored a couple goals this game that have been in the crease, unfortunately.
That's correct,
yep. So, all right, defense is zone free pass because Calgary had the violation. Saskatoon's out to the neutral zone. Saskatoon content to dump it all the way down. Saskatoon player driving 1-on-1 here. Saskatoon's down into the zone. 4-on-4 action, lots of space out there. Number 7 there drops the ring. That's Amy Olsen. Number 6 has a ring now. Maya Kruger. Maya's going to set up the attack, looping around, down to 7 on the shot clock. Maya goes across the top. Quick shot there. Good shot block there. That shot by Ava. Blocked by Calgary. Jocelyn picks up the loose ring. Jojo goes all the way across to Alyssa. Alyssa couldn't handle the stab. Gets knocked down. Saskatoon comes up with a ring. Contests the ring there. And then Calgary picks it up. Slides it out to the neutral zone. Another giveaway here. Playing the giveaway game. Saskatoon walking in 2-on-0. Walking on Sadie backhand. Going to be another penalty here. Ring comes out. We think the play is done. It is not done yet. And Cameron's going to go for a slashing penalty again.
Boy, responsibility in that neutral zone has sure been a theme over the week here. Those turnovers can be very costly, especially if you have players going up ice towards the offensive zone. Ring turns over, and the Saskatoon has had numbers. They had a partial break or just about a breakaway with a missed stab before, and then that one they had numbers going into the zone. Creates that penalty, and they've got a 3-on-2 here.
So Cameron takes a slashing penalty here. This is where penalties matter. Saskatoon's got the ring. 3-on-2 attack here. Number 6 goes up to number 11. Down to number 6, Maya. Maya goes back up to number 11, Cassidy. There's a shot up over the net. 10 seconds left on the 3-on-2. Ring comes out to Maya. Maya, backhand shot. Good save by Sadie. Maya comes out the ring. Back up top to 11, Cassidy. Cassidy's going to rip that shot. Goes off the post, and the 3-on-2 is done. So Addie steps in. We got a 3-on-3 inside the zone now. Calgary back to 4-on-4 action. Their first penalty is done. Alyssa's going to pick up the ring and rips it in behind the net to Jordan. It's Jordan Nero with the ring. Jordan's going to walk the blue line, looking for a friend. Puts it back to Alyssa. Alyssa feeds it out to JD. JD's got Addie streaking in behind the D. She's going to feed it to the other side. Addie will go pick that up. Addie being checked here hard here by 11, Cassidy. Addie gets tied up. It's going to be a penalty on Cassidy. JD steps in, shoot. Good save by Ava. JD's got the ring. Screaming at JD to give the ring away. Calgary's going to have a 3-on-2 here. Delayed penalty call. They got 4-on-3. Lindsay's got the ring up top. 4-on-3 here. JD's got it up top. JD behind the back to Lindsay. Lindsay's going to drill that shot to Flex. Ava with a good save. Going to be a holding penalty on Saskatoon here. So Brad, a bit of a parade to the penalty box here.
Yeah, there's certainly the penalty box workers there are certainly getting some action right now. Good for them.
Good for them.
Said you weren't volunteering for nothing, and here you go. This is when it's a nightmare to be the score clock operator.
All right, number 11, Cassidy, goes 2 for holding here. So we're back to 4-on-4 action. Stop me if you've heard me say that already. All right, trying to set something up here. There's the whistle. Jocelyn's going to take the ring, feeds it over to Avery Kolesnik. AK, as we like to call her, in behind the net. Coming out the other side. Drops it down to Jocelyn. Jocelyn feeds it back to Avery, slides over to Lindsay. Or Lindsay's got the ring down in the corner. Lindsay drops it off to Jocelyn. Jocelyn rips it. Good save by the goalie, Ava. Ava is going to flare that out quickly to number 4. There's Scotia Waters. Scotia feeds it out to the neutral zone. Saskatoon's over the blue line. Right back to Scotia. Number 15, Gracie Bubnik, scored the goal here. She's down in the zone as well. Scotia gets knocked to her knees, stands back up with the ring, gets knocked down again, and Jocelyn's going to take another penalty here. Holy moly, guacamole. Parade to the penalty box continues. Jocelyn Galbraith, captain, going to go to the box.
They're going to have to start charging admission to that box.
They need a toll to open the door.
Probably a good time to do a little shout out to Kaylin Byers back in Calgary, hey?
Skinny B, we miss you. You'd probably have a penalty too in this game, Skinny B.
And fun fact that Lindy B had a surprise in the stands this morning when her mom showed up from Calgary to support her.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Mummy's in the stands. All right, we're back to 4-on-4 action. Rock and roll. Here we go. Number 10's got the ring. Avery for Saskatoon. Slides it into the middle. Number 16 couldn't get the shot away. Maya Bulmer. Move it or lose it violation on Saskatoon goalie ring. Sadie picks it up, drops it in behind the net to Jordan. Here's Jordan Nero. Feeds it out to Sophie Miller. Soph's got it. He's going to feed it back to Jordan. Jordan drives the net. Backhand, forehand, takes a shot. Ava pulls it into the crease. He's going to flare that out to the defender, number 10, Avery. Avery's going to push it out to the neutral zone. Ring's bouncing around out there, that crazy rubber ring. Now, Alyssa picks it up, feeds her down deep to Hallie. Here's Hallie Rushfeld, cuts to the middle, walks in, dangles, shoots and scores. Hallie Rushfeld dangles between the center and the D, cuts to the top of the crease, puts it in the back of the net.
That's a Hallie Rushfeld special there, cutting across the top of the circle, using that reach and using that long stick. Be able to put it past the blocker side of the goaltender. That is her office right there. She's been a little snake bitten over the week. Nice to see her get off the schneid and be able to pot one there. That's
going to go down as an Alyssa Walter pass into Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie drives the net, shoots and scores. Make it 3-1 Calgary. 4:23 left in the third quarter. Center ice free pass here. Number 9, Ainsley for Team Saskatoon. That's into Maya. Maya, number 6, in behind the net here. Saskatoon on the attack. Here's Maya. Cutting across the top. Gets pushed out. Feeds her down into the corner. That's number 9, Ainsley with the ring. Ainsley Hill's going to shoot it. Deflects off the center. Good shot block by Addison. And Ainsley comes right back up with it again. Ainsley stuck in the mud here. She's getting checked now. She's out of the mud and free. In behind the net here. Puts it off the side of the net. Tasha picks up that loose ring. Tasha puts it out to Tegan. Tegan back to Tasha. Tasha looking to drive in. Tasha's on her breakaway. Dangles and shoots. Good save by Ava. They're going to say Tasha's in the crease. Another crease violation. That's a Saskatoon goalie ring. Here's number 11, Cassidy.
You will not find a better skater in this league than Tasha Blackwell. When she's got wheels, no one can catch her.
Saskatoon on the attack. Maya Kruger. Maya gets checked. Turns it over to her teammate, 24, Bryn. Bryn drops it off to 15, Gracie. Gracie with the Saskatoon goal today. Drops it off to number 6. That's Maya again. Maya puts it in the crease. Sadie picks it up. Sadie drops it at the side of the net. Not a great goalie ring there, so it's picked off by Gracie. Gracie puts it out front. Spinning shot. Deflects off a couple of bodies, and Saskatoon controls in the corner. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 3-1 Calgary currently. Here's Maya with the ring. Maya takes a shot. Good pad save by Sadie. Picked up by number 7, Amy Olsen. Here's Amy with the ring. Amy backhands that into a skate. Picked up there by Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie just scored the third goal for Calgary. Jordan in the neutral zone. Feeds her down deep. Deflected off. It's going to be a both sides violation on Scotia Waters. Scotia hit her stick outside the blue line. Then she stood up and stabbed it inside the blue line. That's a both sides violation on Saskatoon.
That's a great little name, Scotia Waters. I wonder where her parents are from.
Someplace warm and wet.
Maybe Nova Scotia?
Wrong
on both of your accounts.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny if Scotia Waters was from Nova?
I know,
Nova
hey?
Scotia, that's awesome. All right, here's number 4. Young Scotia Waters puts it out to the center ice. Saskatoon on the quick break here. Jocelyn gets knocked down. Yeah, bodies all over the place here. Number 19 steps in. That's Avery Pearson. Avery puts it all the way across to number 11. Cassidy Pearson, maybe a sister-to-sister combo here. Ring ends up in the crease and Sadie picks it up. Calgary looking for a controlled breakout here. 2:14 left in the third quarter. Alyssa feeds it up to JoJo. JoJo feeds it softly into Avery. Jocelyn will pick it up. Jocelyn setting up the attack. Dips her shoulder, drives against Cassidy. Takes a shot and scores. Jocelyn pushed back on her check. Cassidy Pearson shot it. Ava Mundell got about 50% of it, but the other 50% carried it into the net. So that'll make it 4-1 Calgary here.
You won't find a more muted celebration than that one from Jocelyn. I don't think she was surprised that one went in, but they all count. 4-1.
Minute 56 left in the third quarter.
Oh, Ella Granberg's on the chat again.
Hello, Ella.
Ringette royalty.
Captain Ella. I feel all misty-eyed even thinking about it, Captain Ella. Here's Saskatoon on the center ice free pass. Quickly down into the zone. Ring ends up in the crease, and Sadie picks it up. Sadie bowls it out to Tasha. Tasha's going to feed that to JD Patel. JD's going to feed it back to her buddy Tasha. Tasha walks down Main Street. Didn't like the shot's going to spin around. Tasha's going to drop it off, get out of the zone, and here's Addie with control. Addie's in behind the net. Addie loops around across the top, protects the ring. Feeds it over to JD. JD's going to spin and shoot. Good save, just over the top of the net. Nice save by Ava there. Number 10, Tegan's got the ring. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Tegan flips her hips, shoots, just goes wide of the net. And number 8 picks it up. That's Ruby, whatever your real name is, Ruby. Loose ring out there, picked up there by Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie's looking to drive 1 against 2 here. Didn't like her odds, turns around in the quiet ice. Now Hallie going to drop it off to Layla. Layla feeds it back over to Hallie, ends up in the skates, ends up in the crease, and Ava's going to pick it up, flares it up high. There goes number 8, Ruby, whatever your name is. Ring ends up down in the Calgary zone there. Jordan skating hard to go get it. Jordan picks it up behind the net, being chased by 2 Saskatoon players, feeds it back to Captain Lindsay. Lindy B feeds it out to the neutral zone. There's Layla with the ring. Layla gets checked hard, turns it over. Saskatoon can't touch that. Yep, that's a both sides violation. Number 15, Gracie, thought, you know what? If nobody sees it, it's a valid play.
You're only guilty if you get caught.
And Gracie, you got caught. Touched it outside the blue line. The ring squirted over the blue line. Gracie picked it up. That's a both sides violation on Saskatoon. 27.4 seconds left in the third quarter. Here comes Calgary. Center ice free pass. Cameron feeds it over to Alyssa. Alyssa feeds it into Jocelyn. Layla goes down low to Sophie Miller. 4-1 Calgary, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. We got a pick set up by Jocelyn. Sophie's going to shoot it. Great save by Ava. Ava picks it up, drops it in behind the net. Here comes number 5, Kendall Tameling. Kendall puts it out, just loops it all the way down the ice, and that'll burn off the rest of the time. There's a buzzer, third quarter in the books.
Well, a lot of action in the Saskatoon end in that quarter. Hats off to Ava, playing a really, really strong game. She's been playing really, really well. Scored a lot of shots. Just unfortunate on a couple of those bounces there.
Brad, do you want to do any fun facts about Calgary?
I think we probably should. Did you know that Sophia Coley, goaltender number 1, Soph Coley, has been to 13 different countries?
13 different countries, holy cow.
JD Patel used to live in Italy. I wonder if she knows Italian.
Do you think she likes spaghetti?
I can guarantee you she likes spaghetti.
Well, the U19 Angels turn on the game and, of course, get hit with the beer jab. Just because U19 Angels you haven't provided yet. Let's go here. Quit talking about beer and start sending some beer, brother.
Lindsay Byers can juggle. She has a cat and can ref Ringette. Those are 3 different things that are really hard to do.
Ryder Shar says, go Rogue. Hello, Ryder Shar. I know who that is. Hello, Auntie Shar. Golden Gal fan 07. Good drawaway, lol. Nice, Bill. Thank you. Phyllis Gain. Hello, Phyllis. There's a longtime viewer as well. We appreciate you a lot, Phyllis, for watching the Calgary Rogue.
Jocelyn Galbraith. Fun fact, she plays lacrosse for the Junior Ladies Silvertips. You know, of all the names that have been recycled in Ringette, I don't think I've ever heard of a Silvertip.
Yeah. Lots of chaos.
Lots of chaos. Lots of ring robbers. Lots of stranger rings.
Oh, I'll give you back your phone, brother.
Thank you.
All right, here. Final 10 on the clock. 4-1 Calgary going into the fourth quarter. There's a whistle. Game's back underway. Saskatoon, home team with the ring. Referee didn't like that. Referee is going to say, reset it, do it again, because I said so. Got the other Calgary teams come over to watch their sister team play here.
It's one thing about Ringette. Friends are above all else.
Here we go. Now we're safely under play. Saskatoon puts it into the zone. There's number 4, Scotia Waters. Ring goes out to the neutral zone. They're going to call a violation on Calgary. That's going to be a Saskatoon ring. They're going to bring it all the way back into the offensive zone for Saskatoon. Where's my friend, Anna, the incredible sulk? I got to say it once.
Can imagine that's going to be changed for next year's Nationals.
All right, Saskatoon with the ring. Number 19's got it here, Avery Pearson. Here's Avery behind the net coming out with speed. She's got 11, Cassidy Pearson right in front of the net, drops it off. That's number 16, Maya Bulmer. Maya's going to slide it over to Cassidy. Cassidy goes backhand, couldn't get the shot away. Gets knocked to her knees, feeds it out from her knees to Maya. Maya tries to get it through and then picked off by Alyssa. Alyssa all the way out to the neutral zone. JD picks it up. JD goes right back. It's picked off there by number 8. Ruby, whatever your real name is, Ruby, puts it out to the neutral zone. We got a breakaway chance here. Here comes Saskatoon on the breakaway. Quick little shot. Couldn't get quick control of the ring there. And Cameron's going to avoid the check. Oh, that's JD Patel. JD went all the way back to help out. JD feeds it over to Jordan. Jordan softly into Hallie Rushfeld. Here comes Hallie driving, cuts to the middle. Backhand pass to Tegan. Tegan, backhand shot, good save, Ava. Tegan with the shot. Ava with the save. Tegan comes up with a rebound. Out to the quiet ice here. Tegan didn't like the shot. She's going to go in behind the net. She's got Layla Astley in the trail position. Here comes young Tegan. Tegan's going to drop it off to Hallie. Hallie's going to dangle, shoots and scores. Tegan controlled the ring for about 12 seconds there. Dropped it off to Hallie. Hallie just went straight to the net, shoot, score, make it 5-1 Calgary.
Second goal for Miss Rushfeld. Another excellent move, another excellent shot. Tough to stop that one.
So second of the game for Hallie Rushfeld makes it 5-1 Calgary.
One thing you notice at this part of the game here is that the ice is starting to get a lot of snow on it. You'll see that ring starts to slow down. So passes can sometimes be a little bit slow to get to the player. So it's an adjustment for these athletes.
Here's Ainsley Hill with the ring. Center ice free pass for Saskatoon. Errant pass picked up by Cameron. Cameron feeds it out to Layla. Had some good smoke on that. Died in the snow just as Brad was talking about. Layla picks it up, drops it off to Tasha. Tasha right back to Layla. Layla's going to drive one-on-one here. One-on-one, have some fun, shoots. Good save. Rebound in behind the net. They didn't do a reset on that, so I guess it wasn't a shot on net. Looked like the goalie made a save. Now we got a fresh 30. Here comes Jocelyn. Jocelyn kicks it back to Sophie Miller. Sophie in behind the net. Coming out on her backhand here. Up high in the quiet ice. Loops around. Goes to her backhand. Forehand spin. Shoots. Ava makes that save. Ava's going to quickly flare that all the way out to number 10, Avery. Avery puts it out to the neutral zone there. Picked off by Lindsay Byers. Lindsay backhands that in. Sophie driving 1 against 2. Gets pushed in. Now Sophie's going to try to step around. Gets spun around by a stick there. Soph's going to settle down on the quiet ice here. Soph's going to push it back to Avery K. Here's AK. Going to rip it. Ava makes that save. Picks it up. Flares it out. Ava blows a bit of a tire. Addie's going to step in. Shoots it. Ava makes a great recovery save. Ava slipped and slid there and made a great save on that. Addie picks up the ring. Got 24 on the shot clock. Here comes Addie driving. Addie look backwards. Takes a shot. Misses a net. Here's number 5. That's Kendall. Kendall's going to pick up the ring. Supports it over to the incredible Sulk. Here's the incredible Sulk. Puts it out to the neutral zone. Quick little one-time pass all the way over. Going to be a contested ring on the sideboards there. Addie picks it up. Under heavy pressure. It's going to be a move it or lose it violation. Addie flips her hand up. Says, what am I supposed to do here, brother? I had 2 players on me. So that'll be a Saskatoon ring. Frozen ring for Calgary, Saskatoon ring.
As soon as that ring stops moving, the ring always has to be moving on the ice as long as there are players attached to it. And as soon as it isn't, that is a change of possession.
Looks like the Saskatoon goaltender's in a bit of discomfort here. She did have a slip there. I don't know, about 30 seconds ago, she had a slip in the crease there. She's over talking to the coaches right now. Does Saskatoon have a second goalie?
I don't know that they've got a backup goaltender.
No, I don't see another goalie.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Well,
young Ava's okay.
Let's hope she's okay. She's played a real good game. I think the score on the board is a little unfair to the way that she's played. Really good positioning.
So Ava's over. So Saskatoon taking a bit of a goalie timeout here, talking to their goaltender, Ava. Yeah, she took a bit of a slide in there. It looked kind of awkward when she hit the ice. And then she stood up and made a real valiant effort to stop the shot from Addison. So the referee skates over and says, yeah, you're taking your goalie timeout. That's all right. Hopefully you're all right. I'm pretty sure that I don't see a second name on the roster here for Saskatoon, so I don't know that they've got a second goaltender.
And the goaltender timeout, I believe, is 5 minutes for them to be able to sort out any injury or equipment issues. It's a danger at this level at U19AA for these goaltenders. They're on the ice in front of those rings upwards of almost 200 times per year. So to have that as a single position, it is a point of failure for teams. So you really want to make sure that goaltender's well taken care of, and that there might be some backup. So hopefully young Ava is okay and is able to return to the net.
Ava stands back up. Yeah, there we go. She gets a big hand from both sides of the crowd here. And
that's
the players,
great to see.
Players tapping their stick. Good to see young Ava skating back to the crease. All right, she got a pat on the shoulder from her coach. Sweeps all the snow out of her crease. All right, here we go, ready to start the game. 6:51 left in the game. Fourth quarter action, 5-1 Calgary currently over Saskatoon. Here is Scotia Water. Scotia is going to backhand that into Maya. Maya Kruger battling hard for the ring. 5 players down there battling hard. And number 7, Amy Olsen, picks it up. And that's a crazy battle down there. Referee's letting them play. Hallie Rushville finally steps out of the mess with the ring, gets knocked down, feeds it out to Cameron Earl. Here's Cam. She's going to lead Tegan with the lead pass, and then Cameron picks up the bounce by herself. She's activated from the D spot. Now Cameron in behind the net with control of the ring. Drops it off to JD. JD's got a goal this afternoon. JD drops it off to Hallie. Hallie's got 2. Hallie goes back to JD. JD was going for a change. She puts it all the way back up to Hallie. We're down to 10 on the shot clock. Hallie goes down low to JD. Goes right back to Hallie, picked off by Saskatoon, and here come the Blazers. Saskatoon's out to the neutral zone here. Gonna feed it in. Lindsay with the stick battle there, steals the ring away. They're going to call another slashing call on Calgary. I can see a Saskatoon player lost a stick. She looks like she's in a little discomfort too. Don't like to see that. That's number 4, Scotia Waters, so she'll skate off. And I didn't see who went in the box. I think that's is that Tegan in the box?
Yeah, I can't see. I thought that she was heading towards that way.
All right, I think Tegan takes 2 for slashing here. Another stick penalty for Calgary, Bradley. And Saskatoon's got a 5-on-4 skater advantage. Here's number 16, Maya Bulmer. Maya goes down low to Cassidy. Cassidy Pearson with the ring. Cassidy looking to drive, puts it down to 16. Maya picked off by Lindsay, and here's Lindsay Byers with the ring. Captain Lenny B. Gonna walk the blue. Backhands it into the neutral zone there. We got a contested ring. They jam away, as my friend Sean Yoja likes to say. It's going to be a move it or lose it on Calgary. And that's going to be a center ice free pass for Saskatoon. Frozen ring. Got some boys down below chit-chatting. Like to say hi to Keith and Craig and all these guys. All right, Saskatoon with the center ice free pass. Walking the blue line here. Number 28, Ava. Ava feeds her down deep, picked off there by Jordan. Jordan's going to loop around behind the net, jumps middle. Under pressure here, backhands it out to Alyssa. Here comes Alyssa Walter, number 2. Alyssa feeds it into Jocelyn, quickly back to Alyssa. Alyssa drives the net, shoots. Deflected ring, Ava makes that save. And Alyssa battles for the rebound. Alyssa picks it up. Going to be a crease violation on Calgary. Seen that a couple times today, Brad.
We have. Objects may be closer than they appear.
Saskatoon with the goalie ring. Here's Ava. Ava's going to fling that out to the sideboards. That's going to be picked up by Addie. Addie puts it over to Layla. Layla backhand shot way up over the net. Rebound bouncing around down there. 2 players down on the ice. The referee says, seen enough of that. It's going to be a goaltender ring for Saskatoon. Here's number 1, Ava Mundell, goaltender with the ring. She's going to flare that all the way out to number 6. That's Maya Kruger. Maya quickly puts it out to the neutral zone, and Maya's got the ring now. Saskatoon feeds it into the Calgary zone. Cameron picks it up. Cameron gets knocked down. Throws it out to the neutral zone, picked up by Saskatoon, and here comes number 7, Amy Olsen. Amy's going to slow it down, calls her friend over, waves her hand, says, come on, join me, be with me here. Drops it off to number 15, Gracie. Gracie's got the Saskatoon goal today. Gracie spins, shoots. Sadie makes the save. Sadie's going to drop it into the corner. Cameron blows a tire. Malfunction at the junction. That's Amy Olsen picks up the loose ring. Drop pass there to Gracie. Gracie kicks that back to number 6, Maya. And then Tasha's going to go get that loose ring for Calgary. Tasha goes up the middle to Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie's going to return the favor to Tasha. Pass is too far ahead of her. Saskatoon's going to put that out to the neutral zone. Saskatoon's going to feed it back in. Stolen by Avery Kolesnik. Good steal by Avery. Avery puts it out to Sophie Miller. We got a run and gun game going now, Brad. There's a pass over to Lindsay Byers. Captain Lindsay spins. Puts her down low to Soph. Sophie Miller's got a goal today as well. Scored off the free pass in the offensive zone. Soph controlling the ring. Saskatoon's got a bit of a chase strategy going on. Here's Jocelyn, walks in, backhand, no shot. She's going to put that into the crease. Ring squirts out to the front, and Saskatoon's quickly out to the neutral zone. They're going to call that a shot clock violation. They're going to give the ring back to Saskatoon, but it'll be a goalie ring back for a controlled breakout for Ava. Cassidy?
One of the unspoken rules around that, you always hand that ring to the goaltender. It's just one of those courtesies that either team will have.
100% agree. Here's number 5, Kendall Tumbling. Kendall puts it out to the neutral zone there. That's number 19, Avery Pearson. We're going to call that a move it or lose it violation on Saskatoon. That'll be Calgary ring at center ice.
A lot of pinched rings this afternoon.
3:01 left in the fourth quarter. 5-1 Calgary currently. Fans aren't giving up yet. Fans are still beating their drums and banging their pool noodles, making lots of noise. Here's Cam Earl. Cam puts it over to Alyssa. Alyssa Walter with the ring. Feeds it right down Main Street to Addie. Addie walks in, backhand, forehand, shoots. Good save, Ava. Ring rolls into the crease. Ava picks it up, flares it out. Good breakout here. I like Saskatoon's breakout. They're on the attack all the time. Good battle by JD. JD gets a hip, gets spun around, gets knocked down, and Cameron helps her out. Cameron rips her down deep. Good deep option down there. It's Layla with the ring. Puts it back to Addie. Addison Yoshi here. 2.5 minutes left in the game. 5-1 Calgary. Addie's going to loop around. Behind the back pass to Teagan. Teagan's going to shoot it, deflects, in behind the net. Calgary picks it up, down to 5 on the shot clock. Calgary's behind the net. Addie tries to put it up front, picked off there by the Incredible Sulk. Here comes the Incredible Sulk. She got stick check, recovers the ring. This is Anna Check. The Incredible Sulk puts it out to the neutral zone. Now she's got there, no, that's number 4, Scotia Waters. Scotia puts it into number 17, Carly Epp. Here's Carly battling hard against Tasha. Number 24's got the ring now. Bryn Campagna picks it up. Good shot. Sadie makes that save. Sadie's going to hang on to it. Drops it in beside the net. And there's Alyssa Walter. Alyssa dangles her forward checkers. Nice move. Puts it out to the neutral zone to Sophie Miller. Soph's going to lead Hallie with a check. 2-on-1 for Calgary. Hallie's going to walk in looking for the hat trick. It's hauled down. That'll be a penalty on Saskatoon. Going to be a body contact penalty. Hallie driving hard looking for that Hattie. It's hauled down for her efforts.
Yeah, with Hallie's size and reach, when she gets a head of steam and start coming across that goal mouth, sometimes that is the only play available to that defense person.
So 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. 5-1 Calgary. And we'll have an O-zone free pass here for number 17, Sophie Miller. Soph's going to feed it over to Jocelyn. Here's Jojo. Jojo protects the ring well. Calgary in shutdown mode here, looking to just run off the last 90 seconds. Jocelyn feeds it back to Soph. Soph dangles, knocks her defender down. She gets knocked down, feeds it from her butt over to Teagan. Teagan blows a tire down there, slippery ice there. Tegan's going to lock and load, shoots it. Ava makes it save. Her defender catches it, drops it in the crease, and Ava's just going to fling that out to the wide side there. That's number 28, Ava. Ava battling hard for the ring. 1 minute left in the game here. 5-1 Calgary. Saskatoon with the ring. They're going to break that out to the neutral zone. Loose ring out there, picked off by Jordan Nero. Jordan softly feeds it to Captain Lindsay. Lindsay's going to backhand that to Jocelyn. Jocelyn walking right down Main Street, shoots. Good save, Ava. Ring ends up in behind the net. Jocelyn gets knocked down. Stick was underneath her armpit. And the Saskatoon player is yanking on her stick. Jocelyn says, I can't get off your stick. Let me stand up. That was funny. 39.4 left in the game. 5-1 Calgary. That's going to be an offensive zone free pass for Calgary. Addison Yoja with the ring here. Addie takes a look at the net. Doesn't like it. Feeds it over to JD Patel. JD kicks it right back to Addie. Addie feeds it right to Saskatoon. Saskatoon's got the ring. They're going to push it out to the neutral zone there. They're going to call a both sides violation on Saskatoon. That ring will go back. That'll be another free pass for Calgary. Bit of a sloppy ending here, Bradley.
It is. This is part of the game where you want to make sure you just retain that possession. These punch for punch, contact type of ring out with the score out of the way here. Just things can happen. So you want to make sure that either team just keeps it on their stick for a while.
JD puts it over to Addie. 20 seconds left in the game. Addie's just going to skate hard away from everybody. Addie's going to walk inside the ringette line. 10 seconds left in the game here. Addie flips her hips. Cuts across the blue line. Addie's just going to rag that ring. Time's running down. 3, 2, 1. And there's the buzzer. So make it a final score of 5-1 for the Calgary 19AA Rogue AB2 over the 19AA Saskatoon Blazers. That'll be Calgary's first win of the tournament. Calgary and Saskatoon will play in the consolation round. Calgary finishes with 5 possible points, 3 points for the win right now, 1 point for each of their OT losses, so that's 5 points for Calgary. Saskatoon finishes with 3 points, their win over Team Quebec this morning. So Calgary and Saskatoon not in the top 12 for the medal round, the championship round. They will play in the consolation round. So I believe, Brad, that Calgary plays tomorrow at 9:45 a.m. Manager Cheryl was doing some math and figured if we won this game, we'd be playing at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Saskatoon, I'm sorry, I don't know what time their game will be tomorrow. So we appreciate you following along and watching. Any final comments on the chat here? Ella Granberg says, great win, girls. Great commentating as always, Bill and Brad. Cap Nelly, you're the best. You're the GOAT, baby. Producer Susan, thanks for all the information in there. Golden Gal fans, send us a couple of beers, Brad. Here we go. Might be time to go get a real one. Alrighty, on behalf of us and ISI Live with the nice stream, Brad and I here signing off. Final words?
Go Rogue, go.
All right, Rogue fans, we'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate you watching along, and everybody have a safe and happy Wednesday evening.